So right now I got my little thing in the front. It's not in my little knots. My knots is back here though. I just I feel very sad. I feel sad and I don't know why I feel so sad. I guess it's because I don't talk to nobody. I don't talk to nobody really. Um, nobody around here actually talks to me, so I don't even waste my time going outside because I already know the vibe. Um, I always had this thing, like even when I was growing up, or even when I was in school, I always talk about this, but memories always come back for a certain reason, I guess, but I don't know. So I was in high school, and I never made friends with the people that was already there. You know, the people that you grow up with, the people that the people that, you go from one grade to another and it's always the same people. I'm never actually cool with them. But every time like a new person came into the equation, the new people I was more cool with. You know, the new people out they would come to me first, and maybe it's because I actually wasn't. I where I did go to school at, I wasn't from there. I was already not from there, so that kind of makes sense when I think about it because when I was when I went to my other school, I went to the school from on the side of town, on the side of town. I always forget this stuff. From the original side of town that I grew up on, I went to school there, and I got along with everybody. It wasn't until I moved to a new side of town that I didn't actually get along with nobody, and nobody actually wanted to even get to know me. And it's like outsiders would get to know me more than the people that was actually, but they never wanted to accept me in the first place. And so it's kind of like I can use that scenario to this situation because it's like I get cool with like anybody that new that steps in. They find me cool. They find me like very interesting. Like they want to be acquainted with me. There was this girl that actually was like, yeah, I don't know why they don't like you. And there was this one time, like she brought up this one time. She was like, yeah, um, and I didn't even know at the time. I'm like, I'm cool. I mean, it is what it is. Like I'm thinking that like they dislike me, but at the same time, it's not really, it's just it is what it is at this point. My neck hurts so bad. Okay, so um, my neck hurts. All right, so I was going to the mailbox one time. I was going to the mailbox one time, and they was all sitting in the front, and she was new around here. So, well, the girl was new around here. I wasn't new, but the girl was new around here. She was like they was all saying take her chair, sit in her chairs, make her she gonna do something about it. Sit in her chair, sit in her chair. Like kind of trying to press me on. Like they know I got a short fuse when it comes to them. They know I got a short fuse when it comes to them. So they was telling the new girl, like, sit in her chair, this and that. And then this is what she was telling me. So eventually, I came up there and I told her to get out my chair. Basically, this is my chair. And can I sit down and can I get my chair back? Basically, that's what I said. But she didn't tell me this till later on, after the fact. So yeah, she was like, yeah, I don't know why they don't like you. Like I see why you really don't mess with people around here. I would defend you at all costs. You know, um, I fuck with you. I mess with you heavy. Forget them, this and that and the third. And I'm just like, oh, okay. Like I really didn't know what to say, but it's like I didn't know. I was kind of just like, how I'm scratching my head now. That's kind of how it was. But she was saying all this stuff like because she told me like they actually was. I'm like, wow, they actually was saying something like it's the type of situation where you think like, oh, okay, you think that you get the feeling that they don't like you. You kind of get the feeling that oh maybe they you get the feeling that they is talking stuff and they doing all this and that and it's like you already know, but at the same time you don't know. So when a person actually tell you that it's happening, you getting that confirmation like, oh, so I was right. I was always thinking this stuff like I know they saying shit. I know they doing this. I know they doing that. I know they planning behind my back like they doing this shit on purpose. And boom, that person actually came to me and told me confirmation that they actually were doing everything that I was thinking about. Especially at that time, I already knew it. Like I'm like, wow. That's what I told her. I'm like, wow. I already knew it. I knew they was doing that, and I'm like, wow. And then that's what she was telling me. She was just telling me like, yeah. Um, I mean, at the same time, it's confirmation. It's not. I mean, It's like it wasn't a proud moment for me. It's just like I knew it type of feeling, but at the same time, it's like, dang, like I knew it, and then it's like I knew it, like a disappointment at the same time, you know, like this, they is actually being petty. They is actually being childish, you know. They are actually saying this stuff about me, and they don't know me. And that's the thing. That's the thing that she was telling me too. Like she was like, yeah, they was saying this and that about you. They were like she was just confirming everything that I didn't know. She was confirming everything. Like I had a feeling that it was true, but then it wound up actually being true. So they was saying this about me. They was talking about me, you know, to other people, to them, to each other. They've been talking about me this whole time, and I'm thinking like, maybe it is me. Maybe it's all in my head. Maybe, you know, maybe it's not true. I was always giving myself that I was always doubting it because I never actually heard them say anything. At the same time, it was always a feeling, like that gut feeling, your intuition. That's how it was, and I'm just like sometimes I kind of just put on that doubt. I started doubting it, like maybe maybe I'm just it's not actually as bad as I'm thinking it is, and then boom, a new person come into the equation, and they get around these people, and then they know you too, and then boom, they telling you everything that you was feeling and everything that you was thinking about these people was actually true. So I was just like, dang, you know, they really don't like me, and they really was talking stuff about me. Like, wow. It feels good to be right, and it feels good to know the truth. But I won't say the truth hurts, not as much, because since I knew it and I had the feeling, I was already immune to how it would be when I actually found out that it was true. You know, I already prepared myself for the truth. That's all our body does. Our body is like a protection for ourselves. You know, our body protects us, our mind protects us. It prepares you. And someone once told me, prepare for the worst. Expect the worst, but hope for the best. Expect the worst, but hope for the best. So, yeah.